Coming up on this week's episode, I get eaten by a bear, Fraser licks the bear, and our special guest, Mr. Bean, goes on holiday once again in this week's episode of Hello, it's very early. I'm Kai.
I'm Fraser. Yeah, it really is early, isn't it? This is the earliest we've ever recorded a podcast. It is currently 11:51 in the morning. But it's all for good reason. I think this week's episode is going to be a really fun episode.
Oh, me too, because we've got Mr. Bean here today.
Mr. Bean, how's it going?
I can't live up to Mr. Bean's expectations.
You could.
Well, but you are Mr. Bean. You're already living up to your own expectations.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Can you give us a Teddy?
Teddy.
See, spot on. I've never heard anything better. We got Rowan Atkinson, everyone. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
No, we've actually got our good old friend Lauryn,
Mr.
also
Bean.
known as Modern Pine. How's it going,
Also
Lauryn?
known as Mr.
Hi,
Bean.
that's me. Do you know what? It's been a while since I've actually had someone introduce me as Modern Pine.
I know.
Has it?
It's so
Yeah.
strange.
Would you like
So
us to call
long.
you old-fashioned Pine?
I guess I could be.
Or should we call
Yeah.
you Modern Oak?
Ooh.
Modern
What kind of-
Birch?
What
I've
kind of
had,
trees do you like?
to be honest, I like palm trees.
Modern Palm.
Modern Palm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually quite a good name.
Yeah.
Guys, nobody
Someone's going to steal it.
Yeah, please don't steal the Twitter at. Lauren's going to rebrand, possibly. She probably won't. Modern Pine's a nice name. So, Lauryn, we've brought on Lauryn today, and the reason why we're recording early is because Lauryn is actually all the way over in Australia.
I am.
She's upside down. She's living that life.
Yes,
Despite-
I'm upside down living that life.
Despite not
You're
having an
actually really
Australian
lucky.
accent. She is actually from the UK and has moved all the way over to Australia, which is quite a big move.
It is. It was exciting, the thought of it, and then it gets more real as it gets closer to the date that you're actually leaving. I can't explain to you how I was feeling the night before the flight. I have never
That was a nice
felt
little
that
rhyme.
before.
I'm so sorry for interrupting. That was a nice rhyme.
I could never sum up to you what I was feeling, because it was like, I don't know, it was just nervousness, excitement, and the unknown meshed into one.
I guess it doesn't really
Emotion.
feel that real as well until you've actually started it, you know?
Yeah.
Like once you leave the house, once you're at the airport, once you're on the flight, and then you're there. Or
Yeah,
then you're in, China? Is it for like an hour or two?
No,
Shanghai?
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi. You're there
Yeah.
for a few hours, and then you're on your next flight, and then you land, and then you're like, whoa, this is real.
Yeah. It was weird because the whole trip to Manchester Airport, all I remember is it being really silent, because I just had this pit in my stomach and I just didn't want to talk because I could feel myself getting so emotional, because I knew that the 3 people that I was in the car with I wasn't going to see for a long time. So I just, when you're emotional and if you talk, you're going to choke up. So the whole time I was just silent. We got to the airport, silent. And then it got to, okay, I actually have to go through security now. And that was it. All the emotions came out. I was like, I don't want to go.
Oh.
Yeah. Because
now you're there.
it's a big move. Because like if I was just moving to, say, Spain, it wouldn't be that bad. I can hop on a plane for 2 hours and I'm back home. Here,
Yeah.
I'm on the other side of the world.
Completely
literally.
different time zones and everything.
Yeah, I'm 10 hours ahead of the UK.
I mean, literally, it's 11:56 right now, and what is
That's
it?
why we're recording so early.
It's 9:56 p.m. for me.
9:50. Bloody hell! See, it just goes to show we're starting our day. You're finishing your day,
Yeah.
Literally.
which is
You're almost
crazy.
into the next day.
I think the most weird thing was my first New Year's here, because obviously we're all getting ready to go into 2020. We were all getting ready to go into 2020, and then at home, everyone's like not even like prepared to start going out for New Year's celebrations, and we're like hitting it. We're just about getting into it, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, no, not even ready. Just drinking."
And we're just having our lunch.
Yeah, it was mad. Like calling my mom, and I've got like 2020 written on my calendar on my phone, and she's like in 2019. It was weird.
Did you call up and go like, "Happy New Year"? And she's like, "What?"
Yeah.
Look at me, it's only 2:00.
And then you get the whole, what's 2020 looking like? And obviously the predictions that I gave were completely different to what actually happened.
Well, you know, big forest fires. Seems like there's going to be an outbreak. Good joke.
Yeah. See, the thing was, the whole world found out about the Australian bushfires in like the January. We'd been experiencing them since September.
Oh, wow.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So we had been, I mean, here, there had been quite a few where I am in Queensland. And I remember Jess and I were out one day, and all you could smell was smoke. The air was just completely like smoky. It was, I've never experienced anything like that. It was like the apocalypse.
Sounds it.
Kind of like a revolution area of the world.
It was mad.
So,
damn, that's so weird.
I guess the question that people might want to be asking right now is, why? Why did you want to make the switch from the UK to Australia?
It's a good question. To be honest, this is my third time here, and the first time I ever came, obviously.
Oh my god, it is.
Huh?
Sorry, I completely forgot that you'd been out there twice before. I was thinking, hold on, it's been so long since we like had a proper chat or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, you did? I'm sure you just went out there.
Yeah. The first time I came was 2016. I came with my nan, and I was staying with my cousin. We came for 6 weeks. In 2018, I came on my own, that was a big deal. Like, I was 19. I'd never flown on my own. Never mind flown to Australia on my own.
Yeah,
so I
that's
was
literally
like
the hardest route.
Yeah, I was petrified of the airport. And I came here, I was 8 weeks. I stayed with Jess. And then this time, I've been here since September 2019.
Yep.
Why did I do it? I think, do you know what? I think I'm a nomad. I think I can't be in one place for too long. And
that's quite a good answer.
The UK, I mean, you don't realise what you've got until you've left. Now, no offence to UK peoples, including me.
No, I see how it is!
But I was like, I hate the UK, I want to get out, blah, blah, blah. But then you spend so long away from it, and you start to miss the little things. Like, when I'm a Celeb was on, I was watching it on a VPN. Oops. I was watching it on a VPN. And I'm watching all the British adverts, and I'm like, it's literally the little things. You hear the British accents, you hear the supermarkets that you're used to.
Yeah.
The companies, and you don't realise that you miss those things until you experience them, and you're just like, wow, okay. It's weird.
The shock of not having it anymore. I can't imagine what that's like.
Yeah. Do you know what else is really weird?
What's that?
Because obviously, you know, you're walking around and everyone here is like, well, not everyone, but it's predominantly Australian. And then you open your mouth and everyone looks at you. Whereas at home, you don't get that. You know,
I don't know. You probably get that if you were here, like where I live.
Well, yeah, if there's a Scouser down where you live. But it's like, at home, the UK is a very multicultural place. So you hear accents all the time and no one bats an eyelid. Here, it's very rare because it's like, it's very hard to get into Australia. Plus, it's very rare that you might get a Brit randomly in your area. Plus, because I've been here through the pandemic and obviously no one's allowed here, and I'm just like, apparently I've got a thick Scouse accent. I don't think I do. But
you definitely do.
Compared to Australian, like, mine's out there. So I get looks all the time as soon as I open my mouth, and I'm just like, I got a telly on me. I'm like, why is everyone looking at me? And then I'm like, oh, accent. Okay, get it.
I guess that's a huge thing that we can talk about. Is you pretty much went out at the exact right time.
Yes. Okay, so I obviously had a completely different vision of how my trip here in Australia was going to be, and then COVID was like, do you know what? We're going to change that. And I was like, okay. But the thing was, my mum came over because obviously last year was my 21st. So she came over in March for my 21st. And she came the 6th of March to the 22nd.
Oh my God.
She came just as it was kicking off.
Yeah.
But the funny thing was, so she came over from the UK. It's like, depending on what route you go. Hers was a 26-hour journey. So she flies here. She gets off and we go to the beach and whatever. And I said to her, oh, by the way, we might not be able to get any toilet roll. She gave me the most clueless look. She was like, what do you mean? And I was like, all the toilet rolls are off the shelves. And she thought I was joking, like genuinely. And I was like, no, everyone's panic buying toilet roll. She was like, just toilet roll? And I was like, yes. Just toilet roll, that's the only thing that's off the shelves.
It's still so weird to think about now.
I know. So she had gone like this 26-hour journey from going to the UK, from the UK where they had toilet roll to then coming here where there was like no toilet roll. She was genuinely so confused. But while she was here, well, she actually got tonsillitis just before she came and flew the whole trip with tonsillitis. So the first 2 days she was completely knocked out, like too much in pain. So we ended up going to the hospital so she could get a prescription for antibiotics. And because the virus was out and she had just come from the UK, she had to get tested. So we go to the hospital, tell the woman, thankfully the woman was Irish, which, I mean, I'm not saying Australians aren't nice, but like, it was nice to have someone that knows our neck of the woods.
Yeah.
So we're speaking to her, telling her what's going on, and she's like, yeah, okay. And my mum's like, is it gonna be expensive? And the woman was like, no, you're from the UK, like it's all free. And we were like, what? We were like, yeah, okay, all right then. Takes a beer from the UK. So
that's all right,
then the woman comes over to us after she had said wait in the waiting room, and she goes, I have to give you a mask. My mum was like, okay, well, I've only got tonsillitis, but okay. And she goes, yeah, just put it off to scare everyone that's in the waiting room. So we were like, all right then. And then she comes back out and she's like, oh, actually, I wasn't supposed to leave you in the waiting room. I actually have to go and put you in an isolation room. We were like, why?
Oh my God.
She's like, because we have to treat you like you have COVID. So we had to go out to the hospital and into another side of the building to get into this COVID ward. And we were in there for 3 hours before someone came in. We thought they had forgotten about us.
Is that just for a test?
Tests. Yeah, she had to get tests. The woman that came in was like, said, you got tonsillitis? Like, yeah. And she's like, okay, open your mouth, let me see. And she goes, oh yeah, you've definitely got tonsillitis. And we're like, yeah, we know that. That's all we came in for. We've been waiting here for 3 hours. So she tests her. She's like, you've got to stay inside for 24 hours. So there's another day gone. So comes back that it's negative, and we're like, great, let's go out because we've been trapped inside. So then obviously the pandemic is starting to kick off. Places are shutting down. A lot more items are going off the shelves. It's coming close to the day that my mum has to leave, and flights are getting cancelled. And we were like, oh my God, let's hope that yours gets cancelled so you can stay here longer. So she leaves. 3 days later, Emirates cancel flights, which is who she was flying with. We were like, damn it, why couldn't we have done that earlier?
That's so not good.
Yeah. And then I was inside for the next 6 weeks after that. And then we decided we were going to go out for just a walk. So we went to the beach. And then after that, things pretty much cleared up pretty quickly. So from like the end of May, we've been pretty okay.
Yeah,
that is so lucky.
You've been so much better than we have, haven't you? We're still in lockdown.
Can you imagine if you were living here? Like, it's the end of February. We're on lockdown number 3. I haven't seen a friend since October, and I can count the amount of times I went out last year for something significant on both hands, and no more than both hands.
Yeah.
Probably on one hand.
Yeah.
That is absolutely crazy.
Do you know what? It was never mandatory to wear masks either. So the only time I've worn a mask was in the hospital with my mum. Because for the 6 weeks I was inside. So I didn't go out. And then when I was eventually allowed out, things were starting to ease up. So I have a mask. It's just not been used.
Does every day feel like a holiday for you? That's. I feel like if I were to move to Australia, it would just feel like I'm on holiday every single day.
Sometimes it does. When it rains, I feel like I'm back at home.
Right,
but when it rains here, it pours.
Oh, really?
Because, you know, at home, roofs are like pointed.
Yeah.
So the rain just falls right down. Here, roofs are pretty flat. So, like, it just hits the roof and it's so loud.
Oh, God, it sounds it.
Yeah. But every day a holiday, it depends.
What does it depend on? Oh, but I guess it depends on the weather, yeah.
Yeah, it depends on the weather, depends what you're planning on doing. Like, if it's just a normal day of, I'm going to the shops, I need to go and grab this, it's not that much of a holiday. It just seems like you're going out to run errands. But then if you're planning to go to the beach, or there's a waterfall about a 5-minute walk from where I live. So unless you've got things planned like that, then yeah, it does seem like a holiday.
I want a waterfall 5 minutes from where I live.
It's literally 5 minutes down the road.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I remember seeing things, it's on your Facebook, you post like Facebook stories of where you currently are, and I think you're on this walk going through woods or something at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's the
when I saw that was at the waterfall.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was just like, the things I would do to be there right now, it looks so nice.
Oh, yeah, that's the waterfall. Literally 5 minutes down the road. It's such a nice walk too, once you get to the grounds that the waterfall's on. It's pretty much a boardwalk for like maybe 700 metres, and then you actually have to walk on like the mud and like stone and whatever. And then you eventually make it to the waterfall, and it's dead nice.
God, what a local adventure, eh?
Yeah.
Which state are you in? Are you in
Queensland?
Yeah, okay.
But at the
that was my 5-star question.
Yeah,
honestly, best question we've heard so far.
It's like the first time I think I've spoken in about 10 minutes.
I'm on the Sunshine Coast, which is about 2 hours north from Brisbane.
Oh,
nice.
Very nice. Very nice. I would like to, be there.
I will spam you with some pictures after this so you can see what things around.
That'd be so nice.
Yeah. You've got us on Snapchat, haven't you?
Do I?
I don't know.
I don't really post on Snapchat. I post more on Instagram.
I follow you on Instagram. I do follow you on Instagram. I'm going to have to look at more.
Okay.
I rarely look at stories, but I think if I interact with your stories more, then it will pop up more at the front. So then I'll be able to see it more often.
Yeah. But
do you know what?
I can spam you with a bunch.
I've got one dying question because I actually don't know what this is like. So it kind of has a first requirement for this question. So is your move permanent or are you planning to come back?
I'm coming back.
Okay, interesting.
I am coming back the end of September.
Okay, so you would have been there for 2 years?
Yeah, I'll be here for 2 years when I leave.
And is that because the visa only lasts for 2 years?
Well, okay, so the visa, you do the first year, you have to do 3 months rural work, so it can be farming, mining, whatever.
Okay.
And then the second year, you
Right.
have to do 6 months. So then you do your 6 months, and then you can apply for your third year. The third year, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to stay, you kind of have to hope that you get sponsored to be able to live here and go on to your citizenship. Whereas I done the first
Right.
year, done the 3 months farm work, so I done strawberry picking, and
Okay.
it was the devil.
Really?
I hated it. You know, when I was
Did your
little
fingers
strawberry
turn
picking,
red?
No, I wore gloves. So I wore gloves, and then I ended up with a tan on my arms and white hands. Which I also had a picture of, so I can send you a picture of my white hands.
How to identify a
Do that.
farmer 101. Just look at their hands.
Literally. So yeah, I done strawberry picking, and I hated it because my day consisted of waking up at 4 a.m, getting an Uber to the train station, being on the train for an hour, then getting off, going to the farm, starting work at 6 and finishing anywhere between 1 and 4. Then having to make the trek back, which could mean that if I don't make it to the train station on time, I'm waiting for an hour and a half for the next train, which happened multiple times. And then I'd get the train another hour and then have to get the bus back, which was about 40 minutes. So
Oh my God.
I'd get up at 4 a.m, get home after 7.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
no thanks.
Yeah,
And
I
was
think
that
I prefer
every
a nice
single
little
day?
holiday.
that was every single day.
Every
It cost-
what? Consistently for 3 months.
You have to do a cumulative 3 months, so it can be like, so mine was between May and September. I done that.
Oh, so
Right.
it's like what, 90 days, but you can do it any 90 days over the first
Yeah.
however many months. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
God.
And it cost me $40 a day in transport.
Oh my god.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Have you ever ran into debt because of it?
Thankfully, no.
Oh, that's lucky.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's plus you don't get paid that much for farm work. It's ridiculous. Like
How much did you get paid, if you don't mind me asking?
I got paid 70 cents a kilo.
Oh my god, so it's like you're on commission as
Jeez.
well.
Yeah. So if it was a bad week, you would. I think the lowest I got paid for a whole week was about $86.
Oh my god, that's awful.
The most I ever got in a week was $462.
That kind of makes up for it slightly.
Kind
it's still
of, but if you
not-
take
not the
into
best.
account that's 5 days out of that week, so it was a
Oh,
good
yeah, of
week in
course.
terms of being able to get where, but then having to pay for the $40 to get there, plus your
Yeah,
lunch
then
for
it-
that
that
whole
becomes
week.
a lot.
Yeah,
Oh my
It-
god.
it's nothing. It
It all adds up really easily, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was
God.
bad. Plus,
So you
farm
started
work
off-
is no joke.
I can imagine.
Yeah, so you get
Especially
a
if you have to do
trolley.
it during summer.
Thankfully, mine was winter, but obviously winter for us is still pretty warm.
Yeah.
But I couldn't imagine doing it in like the summer. But you get this trolley, and you have to push it up and down the lanes. You're sitting down, so you push with your legs. But since then, I can't bend my knees for more than 5 minutes without them being in pain when I unbend them.
Oh.
I finished
God.
That's
in
not nice.
September, and I'm still suffering with that. Like, it's so
Oh, wow.
bad. Yeah. I'll send you some pictures from my strawberry farming days too.
Sounds good.
I think I've seen the odd one or two. I feel like I saw one or two like last year at some point. I definitely
Maybe.
seen you on the train at least.
Yeah. Maybe some pictures of me strawberries in my trays as well.
I want some strawberries now.
Strawberries are coming back in season. It's
They are.
perfect.
They are,
Yeah.
they're ready.
Yeah.
So you started off with strawberry picking, and then once you finished with that, did you just live your life? You didn't do any work, or did you go into other work?
I have not done any other work since then. I've looked for work, but because my visa expired the end of September 2020, and obviously I sent off for the second year, it took them
Yeah.
until mid-January to get back to me. So obviously that 4-month gap, it's like a lot of employers aren't going to employ you if you're on a bridging visa, and they are unsure if you're going to have to leave straight away or not. So like it kind of leaves me in a horrible position of like, well, what the heck do I do? Like, how am I supposed to support myself? Thankfully, it was around Christmas, so I had, you know, saved up my money from my last pay and let that phase out till Christmas. Christmas came, I got money for Christmas, and then since then, I was asked to do script writing for some YouTube channel, and we get paid like $20 per script, American dollars. So
that's all right then.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so that's been keeping me afloat for now until I can find a job. But it's hard in Australia because it's like, especially where I am, there's not that many jobs, and
I can imagine
it requires a lot of experience.
Are they very
That's the
like
worst thing about jobs?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a noise.
I
I was
thought you
going to
farted.
ask. No, just a nice motorbike. This is what happens when we record at, midday.
Actually, during normal civilization hours, we can actually hear people.
Yeah, I know. What was I saying?
Don't know.
Mm-mm.
Oh, was it like? Do they tend to hire more people that are from there than like anyone that's not from there? If that makes sense.
I don't actually know, because I've only done one job interview here, and it was at Subway. It was only down the road, so it was like great. But they said to me, because on the visa that I'm on, there's a lot of like restrictions. You can't work more than 6 months under one employer. So when they asked, "Are you on a working holiday visa?" and I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Okay, well, we can't employ you because it takes 3 months for us to train you." And I'm like, 3 months to train someone to work at Subway? Like,
To make a
what?
sandwich.
You're making sandwiches?
You got to know how to toast them, Lauren.
Apparently it takes 3 months. And then they were like, so the other 3 months, it's just not worth it. We'd rather have someone that can stay long time. I'm like,
how does it take 3 months to train you to make a sandwich?
I have no idea.
Because most of the time they just, they just chuck the things in there usually.
Yeah.
Whole week to
It looks
put the
nothing
cheese
like
on.
it.
Whole week to put meatballs on. Whole week to grab the salad selection. Whole week to learn how to press the 30 seconds or 60 seconds toast button, depending on if you have a 6-inch long or foot long sandwich. And so that's 1 month done. Here we go. Now we're going on to your second month. Takes you a week how to clean the counters. It takes you a week to tell your manager, thank you for employing me. It takes a week to learn how to clock in and clock out every day. Now we're at 1 month and 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm. You know what, Fraser? You got a good point.
You've
now I
forgotten one
understand.
thing. You've forgotten like the most important part, Fraser.
What's that?
Because they're in Australia, they got to do it all upside down as well.
Oh, I forgot. I can't believe that. How did I forget that? Hanging from the ceiling by your ankles.
you
that
gotta learn
literally
how to be
takes
a
5
bat.
weeks. That's the remaining 5 weeks.
Then you got to learn how to fly. Then you got to learn how to swim again.
And then there's a whole week.
Sense.
A whole week to manipulate gravity as well, to make sure that the sandwich doesn't fly into the sky when you're handing it to the customer.
I take back all the bad things I said about Subway after they said that to me. I now understand.
Lauren,
Yes.
do you know Alaska has a funny bit?
Oh, shut the fuck up, Kai! No! We are not bringing back fucking Alaska from 2 podcasts ago! Oh my god!
Alright, Lauren,
Yes.
do you know Queensland has a funny bit?
Fuck's sake.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where?
That's for you to find out.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay, let's do some quick fire last minute questions.
Lauren.
What's the top 3 things you miss from the UK then?
Food. Family.
Mm-hmm.
Friends.
Oh, the big triple F.
Yeah. I love that I said food over family.
Fraser.
Number 1, food. Number 2, family. See, I miss a good old English breakfast over my mum and dad.
Oh, to
you
be
don't
fair, I think we do, because when we came back from America, the one thing that we got straight away was a spoons.
We went straight to spoons and got full English each.
How long were you in America for?
Oh, like 10 days, 11 days.
I've been here for 17 months.
Yeah.
You don't
That is quite
understand
tragic.
how much I miss the basic things. Prawn cocktail
You got sent a bunch of things a while back.
They do have prawn cocktail crisps.
They don't have prawn cocktail crisps.
What else don't they have?
They don't have cherry coke. Dr.
They
Pepper.
don't have toilet roll.
They don't have Andrew.
Neither do we, to be fair. We're gone as well.
They don't have Fanta Fruit Twist. Do you know
Oh,
what?
wow.
I actually just got Jaffa cakes. I got sent Jaffa cakes. And it was the first time having Jaffa cakes in 17 months. And I opened the packet. I actually recorded myself doing this. Opened the packet, smelt it, took the first one, and it was melted.
Oh no.
Like the chocolate had stuck to the other Jaffa cake. I've never had a melted Jaffa cake before.
Have you never had a melted Jaffa cake?
That is literally that Jaffa cake there. I think there's always the entire pack where it's all the right way around, and then there's always this one topper which is upside down. You started from that end.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I got it yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, I got it yesterday. It was a box of 3 packs. Didn't know they'd done them. Was so amazed when it came through the post. And I've already eaten 2 packets, and now I've got 1 left, and I don't know what to do with myself because I don't want to eat it, but I do.
Oh, you could send it to me if you want.
That's okay.
What a waste of a journey! All the way to Australia to come straight back to the UK.
Well, you know,
I do miss Greg's too.
It's nice and sunny.
Ooh. Yeah, okay.
Ooh.
I can
the
totally
amount of
see why you
times
missed
that
that.
I've wanted a Greg's sausage roll because the sausage rolls here are crap.
Really?
They're
Why?
nothing
You should make your own
like ours.
bakery.
What's wrong
You
with
can make
them?
your own bakery.
The first time, so I had been saying to Jess, "Oh my God, nothing compares to Greg's sausage rolls." This was the first time I ever came here, and Jess was like, "Oh well, I'll take you to one of my favourite bakeries, and you can try an Australian sausage roll." And I was like, "Okay." Bit into it, spat it out. Disgusting.
No way!
Did you do that in the bakery?
Yes.
Oh my god!
It was disgusting. I have never eaten a sausage roll here since.
Oh, that's quite sad.
I feel so bad.
And the sausage and egg McMuffins in McDonald's are atrocious. Taste nothing like ours.
Is there anything unique in McDonald's? Because I know, like, in most countries they got that one unique thing about them.
Yes, frozen.
You know,
Coke.
like food.
Frozen?
Ooh,
What?
That's quite
Yeah.
nice.
How does that work?
Okay, so
It's like slush, isn't
it's
it?
like a thing over here. Every fast food place does them. So McDonald's does frozen Coke, and it's basically a slush but smoother.
Mm,
So it's not
that's quite
like
nice.
it's not like icy, crunchy bits. It's smooth.
That's
Is
what
it
they
like-
need in, like, slush. Because that's, like, the one thing that always, like, turns me off of having a slush is I don't want the bits, you know?
They're actually amazing. KFC does Mountain Dew ones. Oh, KFC here also does chicken nuggets.
Ooh.
And
Interesting.
they are the nicest chicken nuggets.
I might have to come to Australia just for KFC's chicken nuggets. Not
Just for
fly
that, then
over.
you can go home.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't blame you, honestly. They're actually delicious.
Okay, you said what you miss about the UK. What are you gonna miss about Australia when you come back?
Oh, Jess and her family.
Oh.
What else? The sun.
The sun, huge one.
Yeah. Probably some of the
Instead over
food.
here, you get the Sun newspaper instead.
Oh,
Oh,
we don't talk
fuck's
about the
sake.
Sun newspaper. I'm from Liverpool.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that.
We're not giving them airtime on this podcast.
No.
fuck
No,
that.
no,
we
no.
don't talk
I'm just
about
saying
that
that's what you get
newspaper.
instead of, like, the nice Sun.
Yeah, crap. Anyway, I'll miss some food. I'll miss the beaches. I'll miss Kmart and Target.
Yeah.
Mm.
Are you staying with Jess or are you living by yourself?
I'm staying with Jess's sister.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Oh, I like the cat.
Yes, Oreo.
Good cat.
I haven't seen the cat. I want to see the cat.
That's what you miss when you don't have her on Instagram story.
I was going to say, I do follow her on Instagram. I'm pretty sure I do anyway. If I don't, I'm an
What
awful
happens
friend.
when you miss the Instagram story?
My most recent post on Instagram is Oreo.
Oh my god, it is! And I liked it! What the fuck? Oh dear. Is your profile private or public?
That's a good question. I have no idea. I think it's public.
Okay, 1 second. Let me just go on to a second account that I made and literally don't use. I'm just going to see if you're private or public. Okay, you are public. So if you want to follow Lauryn on Instagram, it's Jones_Lauryn. So JONES_LAURYN. Then you can see good old Oreo the cat and plenty of other photos from Lauryn's trips over in the big Sunshine Coast.
Yeah.
Oh, I did have another question, but I've completely forgot because now I'm thinking about the cat. Oh, that's it. Do you ever plan to return? Would you like to permanently live there, or is this just a 2-year thing and you only go back for holidays?
Okay, so when I came here this time, I planned on staying, like completely going right the way through to citizenship and staying.
Yeah.
But then things changed that I won't get onto on this podcast.
Okay.
But things changed, and then that hindered my decision to be like, I'm gonna go home.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
It's
Greg's, isn't it? You miss Greg's too much.
It's definitely Greg's.
Exactly. It genuinely. I must say, obviously, people are always like, oh, how can you move to Australia? There's so many snakes and spiders. And I mean, I have a huge arachnophobia. And I mean huge.
Oh my
to
God.
be honest, you don't see as many as people make out that you do.
It's because people post like the big scary ones, isn't it? And then that's about it.
So I have seen the whole 3 times that I've been here, I've seen 3 snakes. One of them at the waterfall. And that one was massive. I can send you a picture of that too.
Okay.
Spiders, you do see them, but it's mainly connected to like bushes and trees. And if you're not going past bushes and trees, you're probably not going to see them. I haven't had any in my, I've had no big ones in my room. I've had little ones, obviously, but you get them at home.
So, if you're in the city, you probably won't see them.
Yeah. Definitely not. I mean, you will, but not as much as... I mean, where I live, there's quite a lot of trees and stuff around. So I do see a few more than a city folk would. Mm-hmm. But don't see that many. You see a lot of lizards.
What's the most exotic animal you've seen?
Oh,
fish.
I don't know. Probably just a boring old snake.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Have you seen any leeches?
I don't know what a leech looks like.
Then that'll be a no.
Yeah. I mean, I've been to the zoo, so I've obviously seen the animals that are at the zoo. I've been to
it's not really an animal. It's a blood-sucking thing.
Let me add that in there.
Right.
Yeah. So
have you seen
kangaroos.
an alpaca?
Are there alpacas there?
I think I've actually seen an alpaca here.
Have you seen a bear?
No.
Have you seen a cow?
Yes, there's cows on my bus route.
Have you seen a koala?
I have. There's a picture on my Instagram where I'm stroking a koala.
There is. I've seen it.
Have you seen a
seen a kangaroo?
No, there's no quokkas on this side.
No!
Don't worry, my mum is just as obsessed as you are. So
I love them!
Yeah, my mum wanted to see them when she came here. That's specifically why she wanted to go to Australia Zoo, thinking, hey, it's Australia Zoo. They'll have one of Australia's animals. No, they didn't.
Oh no, that's so tragic.
Yeah.
Do you reckon you're gonna... Oh no, you go on.
I was going to say, have you ever left, Queensland to see other parts of Australia?
No. I've been to
That was
Sydney
literally part of my
airport.
question.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
That's fair. I was gonna say, have you thought of going to New Zealand as well, seeing it's so close?
See, I don't even know if the borders to New Zealand are open yet.
I don't think
they're
they
still
are.
shut, aren't they? I think it's just residents.
Yeah.
Or citizens, rather.
Because there's obviously Australia and New Zealand are, I think they're called brother sister countries.
Yeah.
So they do open the corridor between the two of them, and I know there was talks about opening it, but I don't know if they actually have.
That's fair.
But I don't
That's
know.
fair.
Because I mean,
I guess probably once you leave, that's when it will open up again, isn't it?
probably
It's
Australia,
bound to
I
happen.
must say, is expensive.
Yeah.
Really?
Really expensive.
In
You
what
know-
terms, like food
You
or
know, like
houses
a pound bar of chocolate, like the big ones, pound bar, Galaxy, Aero, Cadbury's, you name
Well,
it.
like a
Yeah.
like a little family slab one.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
a pound. In most
Yep.
shops, unless they're on sale, they're $5
Oh my
or?
god.
Oh, gee.
for the same. Kai, do you
That's
remember
daylight
that Kit
robbery.
Kat that I showed you, the big one?
I do.
Yeah,
do remember
that was
that Kit Kat.
$5.
Yeah,
Oh
no
my
thanks.
gosh.
How much does that translate to? That translates to about £3.50, I think.
Yeah,
I think it's about £3,
about
yeah.
£3. Yeah,
Damn, that's
Yeah.
mad.
it's expensive. I was comparing prices with Jess the other day of our McDonald's prices to their McDonald's prices, and for like a triple cheeseburger here, it's like $6. At home, it's like £1.75.
Wow.
Damn, that's so
Yeah.
weird.
McDonald's is expensive here.
So it sounds like pretty much any paycheck that comes in is pretty much out straight away.
Yeah, literally.
Mm,
Wow.
Yeah.
that's crazy.
My phone bill was $126 a month.
What?
Yeah.
What?
It's now
A month?
105, and I only
Okay.
have an iPhone 8.
So you're paying $105 for an iPhone 8 included in your contract.
Mm-hmm.
What else is included in your contract? How many minutes, how many texts, how much data?
4.
40
Gigs?
gigs of data.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
like,
we've used it all up today.
and like unlimited calls and texts within Australia. So yeah, it's expensive.
I guess you get
Whereas my
iMessage
mum-
too, so...
Yeah, my mum was. Oh, sorry, no, my cousin was like, "Oh yeah, I've just got an iPhone 12, pay £32 a month," and I'm like, "Are you kidding
Yeah.
me? You're paying less than me and have a better phone than me."
For the first time ever, I upgraded and just straight out bought the phone.
Wait, you straight out bought the phone?
Yes.
Right.
See, in Australia, that'd be like $2,000 odd.
Hey, it would, wouldn't it? It proper would.
But in the UK, it's
mad.
whatever you paid.
I can't
Yeah.
remember what I paid now. It was like 3 months ago.
It's
See,
literally
I also
so
do that.
expensive.
I can't imagine paying that much for a phone contract, let alone, I don't know. That's a mad subscription price.
Yeah.
Like what I've got at the moment is I've still got my iPhone 7 Plus. It was like £819 when I bought it or something like that. And my SIM-only contract is unlimited, literally everything, for £25 a month.
Ha! Sorry, I was just going to say mine's cheaper.
With EE.
Mine's cheaper. Ha!
Yeah, but you're a 3, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's why it's
Mine's
cheaper.
It's £10 for the first 6 months and then 20 after that.
Yeah, I've seen that one. And that's a 24-month contract, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could only dream.
You know what?
Literally.
Before we end off, I wanted to ask what the internet is like there.
You know
Because
what?
I mean, our connection sounds quite good, to be fair.
Yeah, see, obviously, when Jess and I have been in calls, when I've been at home and she's been here, it's like, it's been bad. I haven't really experienced it being that bad.
I think we just experienced it slightly just then.
There was an ever so slight
went-
hiss.
It was like, you want to bet?
Yeah. Yes, it's not.
Oh no.
That's fair. Because
It's
I got a
making a
letter
show
coming
of
through
me.
the other day from BT, and they were telling they said like they're finally starting to unravel like the big like gigabit internet from home or whatever. And you know that I'm really excited for that upgrade because that'll be a very nice thing. But then I am leaving this house eventually in the next like year, so it's the most annoying thing because I don't want to get it to then have to move, and then wherever I move to, they're not going to have that internet available, and it's going to be like,
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, I say I haven't uploaded anything, but obviously, I don't know if you know this, but recently I have on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes, police siren.
What?
Police siren?
Yeah, police siren.
What?
Yeah, she sent a tweet out and it was like police_siren.
Oh, yes. Yes, I did. Accidentally. I copied my message from Discord and tweeted it out, and Kai saw it so I could delete it.
Right. That makes sense.
So,
yeah.
I have experienced uploading, but obviously those videos aren't that long and they've pretty much taken under 10 minutes. So,
right.
I haven't really had much of a problem with the internet. It's been pretty alright. I expected it to be wet.
That's not bad then.
It's alright. It's not too bad.
Tell you what, let's go for one absolute final question.
Okay.
Have you...
Oh, no.
What? What? Why are you laughing? Or do you want to do one question after what I've asked?
No. You started it, and all I saw was the other one.
What other question? Oh, for fuck's sake! Go on. Do you know what? You ask that, and then I'll ask my final question because my one's definitely a round off.
Have you been attacked by Bugs Bunny?
For fuck's sake!
Well, I didn't want to talk about this experience. Yes, I have. It was.
Oh my god!
I'm really sorry to hear.
Oh, what's up?
That's the real problem with Australia. That's why you're coming back.
I can't talk. No, okay. So, I had come out of Coles, we had run out of carrots, and I was making my way home. And the next minute, I knew I had been pounced on.
Yeah, what's up, Jack? Jumped out the bushes with spiders all over him.
Yeah. I have never bought carrots again, let's just say that. It was too traumatic.
First sausage rolls and now carrots, what else?
Go on, Fraser, you asked the question.
Absolute final question. It's like
Have
a
you
2
been
in 1.
attacked by Daffy Duck?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
See, why Bugs Bunny and not the Tasmanian Devil?
You know what? I didn't even think of Tasmanian Devil. Even though Tasmania is like
Australia.
so close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got the outback and all of that. Anyway,
Weird.
Final question. 2 in 1. Have you enjoyed your time in Australia overall, and do you have any regrets?
Bloody hell.
Yes, I have enjoyed it. It's had its ups and downs. You know, everyone has been quarantined with their family, and I have not, and that's been hard.
Yeah.
But overall, I've enjoyed it, definitely. What was the other question? Have I got any regrets?
Do you have any regrets?
Do I have any regrets?
I got one to add to this afterwards as well.
Okay.
Better not be fucking Coyote or something.
No, it's a proper question.
I don't think I have any regrets. Probably, I mean, I think I might regret things when I go home and be like, oh, I didn't do as much things as I wish I had now that I'm not there. But whilst I'm here, like, I'm just living life.
Yep.
That links to my question, which is there anything you haven't done yet that you'd like to do before you leave?
Yes. I would like to climb Mount Coolum.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know where that is, but...
It's on the coast. It's no bigger than... Do you know Movama?
Who?
In Wales.
I know of it.
North Wales. Yeah. It's smaller than there, but like if you climb Mount Coolum, you can pretty much see the whole coast from the top. So I definitely want to do that before I go. Anything else?
Mount Coolum.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. It's quite central, isn't it?
Great Barrier
Reef.
Reef.
Not that far. That's a bit far, and I have a huge fear of the ocean, so that's a no.
Oh, fair enough. So definitely not. Then that's off the cards.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a really, really nice episode. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this week's episode of I Stuck in a Podcast! Lauryn, thank you ever so much for joining us on this week's episode. Do you have any
You're
final things you want to
welcome.
say? Anything you want to plug?
Thank you for letting me answer questions about Australia and my time here, and having me on the podcast, of course. To plug, well, let's just say that I've restarted my YouTube channel, and
Hey.
I'm doing content related to women's football, and it might not be for everyone, but it'd be cool if people could go over and give it a little watch. I'd appreciate that. Other than that, I've got nothing else.
Sounds good.
That sounds good.
Thank you.
Lovely.
If you want to follow us on our Twitter, at Stuck in a Podcast, that is our Twitter. If you want to follow us on our personal ones, at FraserIRL and at Kai Ross-Best, and also Lauryn's is at Modern Pine. We upload here on Spotify every single Wednesday, so make sure you follow for updates as to when we next upload, both here and on Twitter. Kai, do you have anything else to say?
Nah, not really.
And until next time, don't get bitten by Bugs Bunny,
God.
bitch.